welcome to The Flip Side. Alyssa is away this week, but I have Will, homepage editor for Canada.com, with me. Now, Will wrote a column about Rob Ford and how he thinks the city is finally rebelling against the mayor. Tell me about that.
Rob Ford was his first appearance was at the Canada Day Parade after he came back from rehab. There were openly people booing in the streets. There were people heckling him from the sidelines. There was a jogger who actually diverted his route to go and ask Rob Ford some of the questions, which he has not yet answered despite many, many attempts. City Hall is not even pretending to play nice with him anymore. Journalists aren't pretending to play nice with him anymore. The city is finally fed up, and they're actually telling him so.
Okay, counterpoint. I know every time that Rob Ford has a big news event, for example, when he admitted to smoking crack, when the police chief said they had the video, and now he's back from rehab, I feel like there's this big rebellion of people being very loud about disagreeing with him. And then it slowly peters off because he's very good at avoiding everything. We also saw a recent poll that Rob Ford has 27% support from Toronto voters. How do you account for that?
With those kinds of polls, this is the same kind of polling company that also predicted a Wild Rose win in Alberta, a Hudak win in Ontario. We have to take all these polls with a grain of salt. We can also point to the same polls that say 61% of Torontonians want him to resign immediately. That's well over half the city who says, we don't even want to wait until the next election, get him out now.
But you cannot deny that in the next election, he is for sure going to have a decent chunk of votes.
He'll have a decent chunk of votes, but he's still 10 points behind the leader, Olivia Chow. It's going to be him and John Tory fighting for second and third place.
Okay, so what's your prediction? Do you think anything is actually going to change between now and October 27th?
Not a thing. Rob Ford is dedicated to be on the ballot. He's dedicated to not answering questions, and there's very little anyone can do to prevent that.
You said it. All right, we'll see you next week on The Flip Side.